Well, let's cross over to RAF Scampton now and speak with GB News East Midlands reporter Will Hollis. Will, a lot of unhappy residents in the area. I think you might have got one with you by the looks of it.
Yes, well, it's around 158 miles away that ultimately the future of Scampton as well as RAF Weatherfield in Essex is being decided. Right now at the High Court you'll find West Lindsey District Council, which is of course the Lincolnshire Council where Scampton is, and you'll find Braintree District Council, which is the council where RAF Wethersfield is, and they're fighting that battle because ultimately they're trying to get a judicial review. What's happening right now is a permissions hearing just to get to that final stage. But here at Scampton, that's I suppose where the regular average Joe people are. People like Gary. Gary, you're not from Scampton, you're from about 10 minutes down the road along the very noisy A15 towards Lincoln. Yep. Why does it matter to you to come up here quite often to protest the asylum seeker plans for Scampton?
Because I saw it on the news and I just thought it can't happen here, so I had to do something, so I just thought I'll sit at the gates, make a start doing that, see where that goes. I can't just sit at home doing nothing. I just can't.
What is it about this place and this plan that you think should not go ahead?
Well, it's the history, the heritage of this place, what they did in the war for us, and now they must be thinking, why did we bother? The money that it's costing. Over £6 million a day on hotels. It's going to cost over £2 billion just for Scampton for 2 years, and over £6 billion for the other camps. What they could spend it all on here in the NHS, our homeless veterans. It's disgraceful.
Well, that's the argument, isn't it, really, that they're spending all of this money on the camps, on the hotels, and they're going to find a cheaper way by doing it here at places like RAF Wethersfield and Scampton.
Yeah, but they're still going to have to keep filling the hotels because they're not stopping the boats, and that's the main problem. They're not going to solve anything until they stop that problem first.
And that "stop the boats" has become a bit of a slogan, hasn't it, for Rishi Sunak? It doesn't seem to be...
According to Rishi Sunak, he's stopped the boats already, hasn't he?
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be going too well. Obviously, the asylum seeker plan for Rwanda
that's ridiculous anyway.
That's been stopped in the tracks. How do people here in Lincolnshire feel that this asylum seeker problem is put on their doorstep when ultimately it's a problem for the coastline and basically the government really struggling to get a handle on it?
Well, the government's left it far too long. They've known about it. It's been going on for how many years has this been going on for now? They should have stopped it a long time ago. It's just crazy. It's never going to end. It's never going to end.
How do you see this ending then? Because right now at the High Court they're trying to get this judicial review. We're 150 odd miles away. How do you see this ending with the result that you were hoping for?
Well, I'm really hoping that they see common sense, and there's £300 million investment ready for this place, up and ready to go, and it can't be done while that's on here. So they're just stopping the jobs, investment. There's a lot of jobs and investment here for people in the future, and it's going to be like a museum, heritage place, and it just can't happen.
And that's the big argument for why West Lindsey District Council doesn't want this to happen here. Of course, this is just a permissions hearing that's happening way down in London, but I suppose you could call this the front line, Pips, for what these people really don't want to see happen, which is 2,000 asylum seekers brought to their doorstep.
OK, thank you very much, Will. I mean, we keep calling them asylum seekers, but they all also are people who could well be fleeing some horrific situations. So let's just remember that as well.
Yeah.